Hello, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Okay, quick message to all our mommies and daddies out there, especially those of us that are Christians. I don't know how you pass or disseminate biblical interpretations to your children, especially those ones that are just growing up, that are still struggling to understand the terms that are being used in the Bible. All right, so my daughter came back from school and she was like, "Oh, my friend told me to help conceal a particular secret," and she was like, "It was a bad secret," and I'm like, "Okay, tell me about it." And lo and behold, she said, it was something that has to do with bullying. It is a red flag in my home to bully. And I did say to her, as a Christian, as a child of God, it is automatically wrong to bully. And yes, it is also a rule in the school, in her school, that states. So I was like, okay, that you should bully or use the a word that it's abusive, that's it's not okay to use for your friend, your classmate, or whoever that person is to you. And to cut the long story short, her second friend came around and was like, "You're not using the word, why not?" And she said, "Well, I'm not allowed to use that words that are not in line with Christianity, that her God doesn't like it. God doesn't like it. Jesus is not going to be happy with her if she does that. And besides, this school, okay, she's 9 years old." So at that point, I was just struck bound and I was kind of literally looking for the right things to say to her at this point, because these are is beginning to show that the rate of peer pressure is now high at this point. The rate of influence is now high. And if you do not pay attention, no matter how busy you are, no matter how tight your schedules are, if you fail to pay attention to actually listen and find a means to help your children balance and withstand certain pressures from the world, society itself, then that child is also equally going into the society. And then what is it going to be? All right, so I actually told her and I said, no, 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 bullying is wrong. It is not right. And it is not encouraged in any group that is after something positive. And I did say to her, we are Christians, we don't allow it, it's not accepted, okay? And then she said, yes, that's what I told her. And she said, "Oh, well, I didn't use the bully word and whatever the friend wanted." And at the long run, the friend was crying because she did not support what she proposed to my daughter, and so she felt bad and she was crying. So, and at that point, I was quickly struck with this word to say to her, and I said, "Listen, for every day you go to sleep and wake up, there is a new booklet open for you in heaven and another booklet open for you in hell. Now, do not fail to know that the devil goes to and fro, seeking for what? Seeking for whom to destroy, seeking for what to steal. Okay? Now, the moment you get out of your bed, the heaven will sound the alarm that yes, Michelle is or Sophia is out of bed. Okay. And then whatever activity you do from that moment on is being marked for you." And she said, "Oh, mommy, how? What do you mean by that?" So you get out of bed, you say your prayers, whatever routine you need to do, you do. Did you take your book out of your bag? And you said no. Meanwhile, you told a lie. Then the hell is going to take, yes. Hey, she supported us. And I said to her, for every lie you tell, hell is taking your score for you. That, yay, hooray, yes, hooray, yes, hooray. And now, for every truth you tell, the heaven thinks, yay, hooray, hey, hooray, hey, hooray. So, and for every evil and every lie and everything that you do that is against the gospel and the word of God and against Jesus Christ, it means you're crucifying Jesus over and over and over and over and over again. So I said to her, no, bullying is not allowed, it's not encouraged. And I was equally happy when she said her school made it a rule that bullying is absolutely not tolerated in the school. All right, where am I going to? And then she said, at the long run, her friend began to cry. And I'm like, oh, why? She went emotional. And she said, because she told her friend off to say, saying that I'm a Christian, I don't do that, the school is against it, and personally, her parent does not support bullying as well. And the friend was actually crying, and I said to her, well, you did well to have stood to the right thing. And I went further to explain to her that the moment you're out of your bed in the morning, there is a book opened for you, a page is opened. And now, for every good thing you do is ticked for you that, yes, you've done well today. And so, how much is your score in heaven? And how much is your score in hell daily? The moment you steal and you pick things that do not belong to you, hell takes straight up immediately. Then the moment you do things that are quite good, positive, true, gospel, and faithful to God, then the heaven takes it for you. They take it, yes, correct, accurate, correct. So before you go to bed, the last yawning you do, then they sum up your activity for the day. What did you score in heaven today? 10. Bravo. And then what is your score for hell? 3, 2. And she said, oh, then what we should do if